Welcome to another episode of Gist. This is your host Naledi, and in studio today we are talking It's a No for me. The things that Chinese and Africans do to each other, or they do here, that we totally don't like about each other. So to start this off, I'll introduce my guest from my left. Let's start with the beautiful lady over there. What's your name?
My name is Ku. I'm from Zimbabwe. I have 1 year and 6 months in China.
Which school are you in?
I'm at SAU, Hmmm University.
Next up, we have the beautiful Summer. Oh gosh, Summer is going.
Hi, my name is my Chinese name is Chen Li Dan. My English name is Summer.
Where are you from?
I come from Hunan.
Hunan.
Yeah, we have a lot of spicy food.
Oh, I love spicy food. So, how long have you been in Shenyang for?
I'm studying here.
Yeah, so, how long have you been here?
4 years.
4 years?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Medical student.
Yes.
Okay, moving on, we also have Rainbow. Hi, Rainbow.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
So, where are you from? Are you also from Hunan?
Yeah, we are in the same town.
Oh, in the same school?
Yeah,
Also same school.
Shenyang Medical College.
Okay. So you guys are gonna both be doctors, right?
Yeah, we are classmates.
Doctors?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. That's so cool. Lastly, we have somebody, the only gentleman among the ladies. He's like the chief. Swati. Welcome to the show, Jonathan.
Hey,
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, get us through this, Jonathan.
My name's Jonathan. I've been in China for about 4 years now, and I'm studying at Shenyang Aerospace University.
Shouldn't you have graduated by now?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any course that takes more than 4 years in SAU.
Yeah, there isn't. I did a year of foundation, so that's why I'm still.
So are you still in third year?
Yeah, third year,
Oh,
first year.
he's a kid. So we are taking It's a No for me, guys. Okay, the stuff that Chinese people may do to the Africans that Africans don't like, or the stuff that Africans do that the Chinese don't like, and I'm sure that there are a lot of those. For me, the one thing I don't like about Chinese people is spitting. That's the one thing I can't get. It just makes me want to throw up. And I can't get used to it. No matter how long I've been here for, I just can't get used to the spitting. So I'm gonna start with this. Why do you guys spit? Why do Chinese people spit? Guys, you should help me out here.
I can't help you on that one.
There's this thing, you guys are always spitting out your saliva.
Saliva?
Everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Chinese people's a bad habit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because in China we just a developing country, so
Wait,
that's
China is developing?
it's not everyone have the chance to go to the school to pro himself.
To learn
Good habit.
better ways of doing things.
Yeah.
I mean, back home, if you want to spit or something, you have to maybe find a little corner there, not just everywhere.
Yeah.
But Chinese people, even in the bus.
Yeah, so we are trying to change that. To change that, but we will do better.
Well, I heard in Hong Kong it's an offense to spit, right? Did
Yeah.
anybody hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, so that was me. That was the one thing I don't like about Chinese people. What about you?
There's so many things. Most people talk about the spitting, but for someone like me, I'm kind of tall. So every time I've been here for almost
Wait, how tall are you?
205 centimeters.
2 meters.
Yeah. That's how tall I am.
Okay.
So every time, I've been here for a long time, but still this happens till today. when they just see me coming out of an elevator or out of class. Every time they gasp and they're exasperated, I'm like, come on, man, I'm not that tall. I've met Chinese people who are taller than me.
Isn't that basketballer, the Chinese famous basketballer, tall?
Exactly. He's 30 centimeters taller than me.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? But every time they see me, they always say one word. Oh God, like very tall. Every time. Like I'll be walking in the street and even though they don't like look at me, but I can hear him saying, wait, how tall is he? You think he's over 2 meters? Like,
like when you're in the bus, and they're just asking themselves questions.
They're always asking themselves questions, thinking I can't hear them, but I can clearly hear them talking.
Okay, so not to be biased, let's move on to the Chinese.
Yeah.
Is there something that we do that you guys don't like?
Sometimes some of your foreigners often go straight to the classroom when we are in our class. Our teacher is teaching our some things about the textbook, but you just come straight and take something back. You are not knocking the door.
Oh yeah. Okay, like I would say Chinese people are like really kind of respectful when it comes to the teachers. Like you guys, when you get in the class and you find a teacher there, you maybe like walk fast. But Africans, we just go in and out as we like, right? I know I always do that, like especially when I want to go to the bathroom. I just keep walking and I just look at the teacher like, okay. So, what else don't you guys like? What don't you like about Africans? Like, what do they do that you don't like?
Exactly. I just meet a little African people.
Or foreigners in general, not just Africans,
okay.
even other foreigners. Yeah.
Okay. I just feel. Actually, I think you are very want to interact with us. Yeah, but you know some. But I have to say, Chinese people is a little shy when we meet foreigners.
Yeah.
So in sometimes we help the foreigners when we want to talk with us. Maybe you should speak Chinese first. Yeah, like 你好, something like that.
Yeah.
No, but the thing with Chinese is the moment you say 你好, oh my god, they automatically assume you know English. They will start know Chinese, pardon. They will automatically think you know Chinese, so they'll start talking. And they
Really
just keep talking and really fast. Or you end up saying Timbolon, or you just end up walking away because they just can't even stop when you say Timbolon.
Yeah.
But why is that?
I think Chinese people when you find when some people find you can speak Chinese, he will think maybe your Chinese is good.
Yeah.
So we will speak fast.
But
Comfortability.
But the Chinese also like they have this thing of saying hi, hello, and then that's it. Like
It's just problems in when we in the high school.
Yeah.
The teacher he will put most things in teaching us how to pass the exams. So he don't care. Do you know how to speak English?
Yeah, as long as you can pass the exam.
Yeah. So most of the Chinese people, we are afraid to make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
So we are afraid when I talk with you by English, we will make so many mistakes.
But like even if we are all from like different, like we are so many foreigners here, and most of foreigners here, even like the black, they don't speak English. Yeah. Like people from this country, they speak French, right?
Yeah. And
I have Congolese friends and like their English is really bad.
Yeah.
So it's not just you guys.
Yeah. But in Chinese people's eyes, we think every foreigners they will speak English very well. So we are afraid to talk about that.
So school. I feel like you have a lot to say about this.
I have a lot. Like I've been thinking, like I've been waiting so that you guys don't mention my points. But anyway,
The floor is yours now.
yeah. The first thing that I hate about Chinese.
Underline hate. It's in bold.
At least I
and
said
red.
dislike.
Okay, fine. I dislike. I don't like it. Like, you know, for example, by the time I had braids, for example, when we meet Chinese people, we also don't have this type of hair, like the same hair with yours, but we don't go around touching your hair, pulling your hair, you know. But the Chinese people, they pull your hair, they ask you, is it real, you know, all those things, and they don't even care.
During my first year, I came and then I went into a shop to look for a deodorant, and it was hard finding a deodorant back then. So instead of that woman helping me find a deodorant, I thought, okay, maybe she's gonna ask somebody else. I didn't know she was gonna get the whole shop to come in
and see and ask you questions about your hair. So how long does it take? Do you wash it? I'm like, okay, okay, fine, it's fake. It's fake hair. It's not real. I don't wash it, or I wash it. I expose myself.
Wow.
Like, okay, fine, it's okay. And the other thing, you know, Chinese, I noticed somehow Chinese people don't have that thing of saying personal space, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Personal space. They push you, they squeeze you, and they don't care. You're in a subway, we know that everybody's in a rush, right? But I was standing in front, it's a line, somebody stands here, but still the other one comes and stands here, just, I don't know.
There's no line in China.
There's no line. Everybody just come there and squeeze in, and even if they step on you,
no, and you know,
they don't even say
the subway has
sorry.
that thing where the people who are getting in come from the sides.
Oh, they never use that.
They never follow that thing.
They never. And once they step on you, that's it. They step. They go on. They push you. It's still the same. They go on. They don't even say sorry. For us, you step on somebody, you know that I stepped on somebody, you jump. Oh, I'm sorry. You rub shoulders with somebody by mistake, I'm sorry. But for Chinese, even if he falls on your back,
it never happened.
That's it.
They fall asleep on you on the subway.
Yeah, they kind of like they don't have that personal space
thing.
Yeah, so I don't like that.
Any other thing you don't like about foreigners?
Sometimes you're doing everything together, so you like to talk loudly in the classroom, but when we are at that time we are studying.
So basically for Rainbow, the Africans just don't take school seriously. Like they're always disturbing her.
Foreigners, don't put it all on Africa, please.
I guess this is full of Africans, so it's a school. They are always disturbing you guys. Always. Like when you're trying to study, they're just there making noise.
Sometimes.
I think she's trying to say, like, you know, Africans were probably maybe it's break time in your class, and for them it's not break time. You start walking on the passage, laughing, and foreigners, you know, especially Africans, when it comes to laughing, oh my word, we are so
out there.
Like, ooh, we laugh.
I've never seen people snitch on themselves like this.
It's not snitching. We are talking.
I'm just saying, like, come on.
It's the truth.
Let's put it as foreigners. Let's not generalize.
Listen,
Africa.
there are things that I'll say foreigners, there are things that I'll say Africans, but like there's things Africans and foreigners do that I don't like.
Yeah, I actually agree with her on the noise making one. Like, I mean, I understand we're done with class and all that, but sometimes you have to put yourself in someone else's shoes, you know? But man, people, they don't I hate to say it too, but Africans, we can be noisy at times, especially when we're in a group. Oh my goodness. It's like the rest of the world doesn't matter. We're like, you know what, this is our time. We're going to talk as loud as we can so that everyone stops what they're doing and they listen to us only. You know, it's a sad thing, but it is the truth. It is what it is.
So, have you been to, like, outside Shenyang? Have you ever been somewhere else? Spend a few days there?
Yeah.
So, like, would you say, like, the Chinese that side, they were treating you the same way as in Shenyang, or were they better or worse?
I think where I was, they were worse.
How?
The things that they do, especially the things that I talked about, the no-nos for me, the pulling of the hair, it happened mostly, I was in Hebei, some place, it's Handan, yeah, that's the name. The people there, they're a little bit different from the Shenyang people.
Is it like a rural place?
Yeah, something like that. Looks. So
Shenyang.
they were all scared, like they wonder what am I? And
What am I?
yeah,
Aliens.
aliens, exactly.
Oh, wow.
They'll look at me like and taking pictures.
Oh,
Yeah.
secretly taking pictures.
Like I don't, that's a no.
It's better in Shenyang now.
Yeah, it's better
as
now.
compared to how it was back in the
Well,
day.
yeah, when we first
in
came.
that city, the only way I stop people from taking pictures, anybody comes with the phone, I say 10 kwai. 10 kwai. If you take 20 kwai, then if you're in a zoo, you have to pay to get in there. But now this is a free zoo, but no way. Money.
Yeah, like I always
Take
thought
picture,
like
give me
we are
money.
supposed to be the one who are like amazed or like surprised with everything in China, like, but no, we are like the tourist attraction here. Like,
Yeah, like
it's the other way around.
It's just that you're not in a cage.
That's true.
So I know you travel a lot, Mr. Basketballer.
No.
You're never in Shenyang, Jonathan. What do you mean?
Well, it is what it is. You gotta hustle. But to what she said,
Yeah.
you know, Shenyang is not really that bad compared to other places. I mean, places like Shanghai, Beijing, they're a bit more sophisticated,
Yeah.
yes. But then
They
I've
have
been in like the mountains,
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
serious
Yeah.
Kung Fu
village
places.
kung fu. I'm talking where you go up the road and
malls.
like you're seeing the river down there. So one misstep on the road and you're falling in. And oh man, you know, I cut my hair, but I'm growing it back. You know, I'll go there to play basketball and I'm sitting down halftime and I'll just see people coming. I'm like,
You're
And-
not even a girl.
and I'm not a girl. That's the thing. Like, and you can't know who it is because, like, let's say after the game, you're surrounded by 100 people
Yeah.
who most want to take pictures, which I don't mind. But then, while others are taking pictures, others are touching your hair, touching your skin. They're like, "Oh, you're so black." I'm like, "Yes, it's skin." Like they asking, "Is how do you do your hair?" What? Like I'm like, man. And one thing about someone like me, a basketballer, one thing that they do a lot is when they come to me and I'm sitting down, they'll like take my hand and compare the size. Like compare the size of my hand to their hand. Like I'm like, okay, I'm a human being, you know.
Wow.
Like
So much difference.
yeah, I can understand the
It's
curiosity.
like a square inside a square inside a square.
You see, but you wouldn't mind as a guy if it's a lady doing it. But then when you're just sitting down and another guy comes and takes your hand, you know, the first few times I was so confused. Like now I just move my hand, but first few times
Nigga,
in my head I'm like, is he okay? Is he a straight man? Like, why are you touching another man's hand in public with 200 people around? Like, what is going on? But
my
you know,
gosh.
I'm used to it now. You can't really complain. It is China. That is how they are. We just have to adjust to the way they are.
Hey, Rainbow. So would you think like are there many foreigners where you come from in Holland? I like saying that word. Are there many foreigners there?
In my from where I'm born, there are not any foreigners because we live in village.
Oh,
Maybe China you will see lots of foreigners. Yeah.
okay. So like before you came to Shenyang, have you like encountered a foreigner before?
Encountered any foreigners?
Like yeah, before you came to Shenyang, have you like met a foreigner before? Or you met foreigners in Shenyang?
I met foreigners when I was in high school.
Oh,
Yeah, because we have water English teacher. Spoken English teacher. So we have the class. We often talk lots about foreign countries.
What about you?
Yeah, my first time to meet foreigners is in my middle school. Yeah, he's my teacher, and he comes from African.
Oh, he was African?
Yeah, finally.
Oh, finally a school that hires
I
Africans.
mean, we Africans don't get a job like that anymore.
I know. So like, would you say like when you first met that person, was it a really good first impression, or was it a good first impression? Like, were you like, oh wow, this person is nice? Oh, like maybe you thought Africans were not good people, and then you met that person, you're like, you know what, I was wrong.
Yeah, actually in my mind, I think Arab people is very nice. Yeah, and I think the foreigners everyone is very friendly.
Yeah.
Yes, so like you say, you don't like some people like boys touch your hands. Yeah, and because in Chinese people's mind, we think the foreigners, all of them is very friendly. So maybe they will don't care we do anything.
But I think Chinese people are very friendly. Like.
They are. I think they're too friendly.
Okay, well, to that, moving on to that, like, now let's talk about the positive stuff. At least one positive stuff you like about Chinese guys, and one nice thing you like about foreigners. Let me not say Africans. What do you like about Chinese people?
There's a lot of things I like about them.
Apart from the fact that they give you a lot of money.
I'll act like I didn't hear that. Well, the thing is, the fact that I can understand them being too friendly, but they are open-minded. They can be shy and conserved, but then they're willing to learn, which most people from all over the world don't have that trait. And with that, you can also add the fact that yes, they are being friendly. Okay, being too friendly, which is some of them, is not a good thing. But being friendly allows us to interact with them easily. You can have conversations, learn about China. That makes it much easier. Improve your Chinese. That's one thing people don't realize. You have to know a little bit of Chinese to survive and move around here. If not, then it's a big problem. But they are very good people. You can interact with them, have fun with them, and if they like you, you go out with them. But just have your limits with them, and you'll be good. You'll have fun in China.
What about you? What do you like about foreigners?
Lots of foreigners I have met is very friendly. Yeah, and they are open mind. They are willing to talk about their experiences about many things, and they are very willing to seek help for strangers.
About me?
Yes, what do you like about foreigners? Like that one thing you like?
I think foreigners is very. I don't know how to say that. Cause like when you feel happy, you will put your hand like that. But you know, in Chinese people, some people like when we get angry, he just smile. When we feel happy, he also just smile. So you don't know what he think about. So but foreigners, if he some
Disappointed.
he will show
We
you.
express
show,
ourselves.
Don't you dare.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Chinese, they just have one emotion, but foreigners, they tell you like, no, bro, no.
Yeah, not today. I'm not in the
Because
mood today.
every Chinese child or parents teach us don't to make angry when some people do something you don't like. It will hurt her heart. So he just tell us if you feel angry or something else, and just like smile and forget that. but you know it very important is that if you want to make a friend with some people, you have to let her know, or you have to know what kind of some things you will make him angry. So you can make
happy.
So you can
Become better friends. School, my girl.
Well, what I like. Okay, now let me just laugh. What I love about Chinese.
Finally.
What I love about Chinese is they are hardworking.
True.
Yeah, very hardworking. Once they want to do something, they just do it.
Yeah.
You know, and
Build a
they are-
subway. Next morning is there.
and they are rules people. You know, they are so obedient.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to rules, if it's a rule, it's a rule. There is no way they can twist it or find a way to sneak you in. If it says don't, that's it. So I think I like that about them. You know, they just one way.
Wow.
thing.
One thing I love about Chinese, they don't have such a thing called African time, guys. Those people are very punctual.
Yeah, they're very punctual.
Yeah. On that note, well, it was a blast having you guys here, and thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for being open. Thank you for. I hope SMC students know that they shouldn't make noise for you guys.
SMC.
So, you on social media, anything you wanna say?
I got nothing more to say except thank you, China. For giving me that money. You know, I'm gonna keep working hard to get more of that money. They got the money, so they better give it to me.
Okay, any last words, guys?
No, thank you.
Okay, now ladies signing out. Stay tuned for the next episode.
It's your boy DJ Mocha, and I want to know, do you just like the video you just watched? So I just wanted to do something, like, share and subscribe. It's on the gist.